we are jumping into a game against Roger, the deck that we're going to mulligan this hand. This hand is looking not that great at the moment, but okay. We are jumping into a Roger game. Roger was by far the leader that when it was revealed, everybody was like, sweet goodness, look at that Roger. Let's see how we can do against this Roger deck. I went ahead and just attached one Dawn here. Basically just meaning that, like, hey, you can't really hurt me. Like, if you invest all your Dawn, sure, I guess I could take it, but if not, I'm just going to get out of this swing by going ahead and selecting a Dawn. And bam, I'm a 7k leader now. This character's pretty good. Okay, cool. We got our Luffy down. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a play here. Restand those two. Put one on our leader. Swing. We establish this Uda, which honestly I think is incredibly cracked. Let's see a lot of people playing this deck with the film 7 cost Luffy. One of the reasons why I didn't go that route is because of rotation. I was kind of also building with the mindset of like rotation. Look at this. He's swinging 8. Nuts. Oh, wait. I can rest 2 Dawn, make myself 9, and I haven't pitched a card out of hand. I could get out of another attack here I want for 1 card. I'm not going to. I'm okay with taking this one. We're going to go ahead and drop this and restand 4. Cracked. We're going to put 1 on our leader. That we will trash this, and we're going to give the rest of Dawn to my leader and give this -3. We're going to swing, or the active Dawn to my leader. Swing there, clear him, swing 7, force a damage through, and then pass. So, yeah, that feels pretty strong. He's going to drop down the Shanks, which, by the way, they're just using the art revealed from the magazine, I'm pretty sure. With all the text and everything around it. Anyways, he drops down Broski here. If your leader include Roger Pirates, draw 2 cards, trash 1 card from your hand. Yep, and then ramp a card. Interesting. So I've noticed that the Roger decks, a lot of the Roger decks, they are not really running that 10-drop Roger over in the East, which I think is kind of fascinating. No blocker. Okay, so I'm going to get out of that attack again. Now, that's pretty good. I could just drop 9-drop Zoro, but I'm not going to against Roger, I don't think, in this situation. I think I would rather play just a tad bit. I think I'd rather play a tad bit slower. Okay. I think for certain we're going to drop down Bonnie for 3. We're going to need to leave a few open. I think we're going to start with a 9k double attack. Because if he takes this, that would be really rough for him. He's going to have to get out of that. Okay. I'm definitely going to play Bonnie for 3. And I'm definitely going to swing another 7. Bonnie's cracked in this deck. So Bonnie's cracked in this deck because there's this cool thing you can do where you have essentially you use Bonnie to like build a cheat around the 5 Dawn limit of your leader. It's like it's nuts some of the scenarios you can get in with Bonnie and how it can kind of like pan out for you. It's such a good card. Just when they attack, boom, restand an extra Dawn. It's such a good card. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna free get out of this one because let's see what they choose to do here. They played a blocker. So like if he chooses just to swing 7 at my leader, then I'll just boom and give up a 1, or even take it. Now if he goes after my Luffy, I'll defend my Luffy a little bit stronger. Oh, he's going 12? Yeah, I'm cool with taking that. Okay. part of me just wants to drop. Part of me just wants to drop 9-cost Zoro in this situation because I think I can survive pretty efficiently. So we'll just be like, hey, give us counter or give us your blocker. Interesting choice. You lower the blocker, so now I'm going to go after it. And then I'm going to drop 9-cost Zoro. Now, Bonnie's going to give me my leader. So, Bonnie's going to give me my leader effect. When they attack, bam, restand with Bonnie. The other thing to note about this is that this effect is happening before the blocker step. So, you know, you want to make sure trigger Bonnie, trigger Luffy, do the stuff. But because you can trigger effects simultaneously, so what I was saying is, like, let's say you have 5 done. They swing at your leader. You can choose to use leader effect first, give your leader plus 2k, then activate Bonnie effect to restand the 5th dawn. It's pretty interesting. No blocker. Give you 1. I'm not sure what you're gonna do here, Roger. It's looking scary for you. It's looking like you're up on that gallows and you're about to tell us that the One Piece is hidden somewhere. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything. No blocker. I'll just give you an Uda. I don't think Uda is needed. Interesting. I think he's just committing to. Okay. Sure, I'll take one. I'm gonna hold on to the Bonnie just in case I think I can't close it out. Okay. 1 on my leader. I'll leave 3 up for Bonnie, 4, 5. Yeah, leave 4 up. I'll leave 4 up. 3 for 0. I think we're gonna go like, we'll start with an 11 restand. Then we're just gonna go 7, force a counter. It's just like if he had a lot of 2Ks in hand, like it's so rough, but he's already played out so many buggies. Let's go ahead and throw an extra 1 on Zoro. Swing for 12. I think that this is about to be GG's for Roger. Oh. He got out of it. Well, Zoro is going to restand. I think that in this scenario, I don't want to go for game. Because if I throw on my guy and I swing 9, like 2K, 1K, he gets out of it and survives. So I think instead we do like punch at buggy, clear broski, clear other buggy, play down a second Bonnie. Because I just don't think he can do anything to kill me here. On the Bonnie, on swing, I'm going to get to 2 active Dawn back. And then I have 2 blockers and a life. So it's like, okay. Bam. Bam. And then I'm actually going to choose 0 friendly. I'm just going to block out of it. Just to be like, hey, what are you going to do? You know. And if he drops like a blocker, like a 5-drop blocker, I can rest it. I don't know what all blockers are running. I know the excuse me, I know the Odin is a blocker, but I think he's 6 cost. No, he is 5 cost. So if they drop like 5 cost blocker Odin, I rest it. You're not. Yeah, that doesn't mean much. I don't think you're getting out of this. Yep. GG's. Second game, we have Emu. This hand is pretty solid. They are going first. I will keep. I kind of think it's interesting. I see a lot of Emu players choose to go first against me, and I'm kind of wondering like what the thought process is behind that, because you want to get to 10, right? Typically decks that want to get to 10 want to be on the second Dawn curve. Plus you want to draw more cards. On top of wanting to draw more cards, you also want to be able to play your Searcher Elder, which is a 4-drop on curve. So I'm not sure why I keep seeing them take first place. I'm not really understanding that entirely. But okay, he's running a heavy blocker package. Pretty interesting to say the least. I haven't seen these VVs ever inside the Emu deck. This one makes sense. St. Charles, or St. Yeah, Charlos. My goodness. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. But at the same time, you play these blockers, but you also lost cards out of your hand. And I feel like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this whole playing VVs inside this deck. I don't think the deck has space like that to just be playing these. Because you want to play all your Elders. You want to play probably the Stutsies. I mean, I guess. You want to play the Sabo, probably the blocker Sabo. Anyways, I don't care what they're playing. It's fine. Sure, I'll take one. I could just rest one of my opponent's characters. I don't need to do that. No point. 6. Play the cracked goat play. The goat himself. We're gonna go ahead and play down another one of these. 10 Dawn on my 6 Dawn I just established, and I get 2 back. You know, it's like it's like that's not fair. But at the same time, you know what? You're playing 26 Dawn for 4, so shut the frick up, Emu. I'm rambling. Watch the beautiful gameplay. He's gonna block. I see you have no cards in your hand. Like, yeah. Pirate 25800. You need to go back to the drawing board. You're not playing this correctly. You're not. 3 cards in hand. 10 cards in trash. That's fine. Why play this? Yeah, why would you want to play this? You have this. Why would you include this in your deck as well? I'm confused by that. Maybe that's something people are doing. I haven't looked at a lot of the Eastern lists. Oh, I forgot. He's not a Straw Hat. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to do that to protect anyways. Actually, I could let that go and just play a Sanji. I digress. It's fine. This game is looking really bad for them. 5. 5. 6. Rest for 2. Put you on 1 life. Intern. Restand 2 off of that. Kind of cracked. Kind of cracked. Let's see what else you guys have. What you're gonna try to pull off. I mean, I don't like this guy's list whatsoever. But you know, whatever. I'm gonna have an emu deck displaying video and gameplay here very soon. Because I really do love this leader and what it does. But I do think that it is a tad bit of a linear leader, because you're essentially saying helmet to 10, play out all these cards, and then slam face. And is a really good strategy, and all your elders do have combo power besides big shebang, besides a big 10 drop. I'm not fully convinced that it's enough. When people get actually used to playing in this meta, and you have decks like this, you have decks like Ace that can play a bunch of 10 drop bodies that are blockers, and it can kind of help negate some of that, and you have Roger that's also really good. I just think that there's a lot of good things inside the meta that I don't know if I think that Emu can be rushed down. It might still end up being the best deck in the format overall, but there are going to be a lot of things that can stand up against it. You know, like right now, just in a position where it's like, even if you survive this onslaught, which isn't probably happening, then I just drop Zoro, and then I just win the game off of Zoro, you know. And that's a thing. If he has that to go to 9, 10. Because I don't die next turn. Even if he somehow gets out of it, I don't die next turn. And that's game. This deck has so much firepower that it is ridiculous. So there you have it. You saw it run against Roger. You saw it run against Emu. And yeah, the deck does some amazingly powerful things. I think that overall, this is the leader that I'm most excited about going into OP-13. I know people are like, another good Luffy leader, go figure. But, I mean, kind of is his show. Kind of is his game, you know. So, you know, it makes sense. But I think that this Luffy leader plays, you know, a little bit different than what some of these other ones have. And just the way you kind of navigate the gameplay inside of this Luffy leader feels very fun. The constant tapping, restanding Dawn, and just having these additional resources gives you this feeling of like you almost feel invincible at times. And when you get certain things set up like Tashiki and like a Bonnie on the board, it's like, okay, they can't just pop my big boy Luffy. They can't just pop my big boy Zoro because Tashiki's protecting it. And then also every time, you know, an extra turn, this Bonnie's giving me an extra 2k. You know, every time they attack at me, I get that extra 2k off this Bonnie, which I think is really, really good. Sanji is incredibly powerful, giving you access to essentially 6 extra k. Like, you play him, restands 2 at the end of the turn, you get 1 back, and that's the equivalent of 6k worth of combo power while playing this 5-drop. I think I just accidentally deleted Sanji off of the list. That's fine. He's gone forever. He's incredibly powerful. And then the fact that you have Uda, that when it finally does get KO'd, it gets to play down a 5 cost or less. It literally gets to play something bigger than itself when it gets KO'd. And you essentially played it for 2 Dawn. This deck is just so efficient that it is ridiculous. So your opponent really doesn't even want to mess with this Uda, because if they don't bottom deck it, then it's going to play something stronger than itself for free, while also have, you know, it already attacked or whatever the case may be. And in a situation where they try to bottom deck it, you just go Tashiki and rest, and it's like, okay, now it's protected, and now they have to consider swinging into it. And then when all else fails and you need to like remove board, you have these guys to pop and just play and like remove board. So much rest potential. There are a couple changes that I am considering to the deck. One is that I wouldn't mind cutting down one elephant gun and playing in its stead a Hody Jones, because Hody being Hody, being able to rest, you know, essentially two things, while also becoming a rusher. I think it's incredibly powerful being able to actually search Hody, since there isn't many decks that can actually do that, or any decks that can do that. So being able to just like play Garp and search up a Hody when you need to like just get that a little bit extra pressure, I'm considering that as a possibility, maybe testing that out. And then of course the 10 drop Shanks is something else that I'm heavily considering, because you know, 10 drop Shanks restands all the Dawn, and then you get to put 5 on your leader. So any turn where you can't drop down a Zoro because you need to be able to survive, but you still want to establish a really big body, you could go with 10 cost Shanks, drop 10 cost Shanks, restand all your Dawn, put 5 on your leader, swing 10, and then still have all 5 Dawn remaining to be combo power. The question becomes which ratios, because there's a lot of matchups that Zoro just wins you the game, and there's a lot of matchups where this card is absolutely broken, especially when you go Luffy into a Uda. So with both of those being so powerful, that those plays, like, what do you remove? You could remove possibly a Sanji. Like, I'm thinking about, like, okay, you could drop one Sanji and go with like one ace, or we could drop an elephant gun and go one ace. But I wouldn't want to remove combo power necessarily from the deck, because there are still times that you need to tap out to play a Zoro, and you don't want to like tap out and then be bricked in hand and not be able to defend yourself and your opponent kill you. So in those situations, it still feels necessary to have, you know, a lot of 2Ks and things like that. So I'm still tweaking it, but right now this feels incredibly good. And if I had to go play an OP-13 regional or an OP-13 regional tomorrow, and you handed me this deck, I would feel fairly confident walking in and being like, hey, yeah, I could play this and you know, go positive. So I do like this list. Copy it, paste it, check it out, see what you think of it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.